everything else. Sunday, I just recorded my first episode for American Dream TV, and we featured Kohala, and it was amazing. And I'm hoping and praying that it looks as amazing as it was in person. And yeah, we can't wait to share all of that with you folks. So that was a blessing.
Well, sorry to hear about the loss. And excited about the other part. Congratulations to that. So you're like a celebrity on our screen now.
Nah.
Yeah, you're like a celebrity, girl. You're talking about, I'm going to get your autograph. I'm going to send you something autographed. Right?
Not at
Awesome. Hey, congratulations. What an exciting opportunity. So good for you for doing that, Missy.
So we need to get our team on there. Like, of course, I keep thinking, I'm like, our team needs to just do this. They just need to feature our whole, brokerage.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, it might turn into something like that. You never know. Dylan, come get on that, Dylan. Might be the whole brokerage, whole team agency. That'd be awesome.
Totally.
I love it. Awesome. Well, good congratulations. Anybody else?
Thank you.
I'll go.
Go for it.
I stopped drinking a week ago.
That's awesome, dude. Congratulations.
It's for a month. I don't feel really much different, but I miss my wine. I definitely miss it. Food is not tasting better. I've lost 5 pounds, so that was the goal.
There we go.
Yeah, so that was the goal. It's been a pound a day. I'm sure it'll slow down. But once I get to my goal, I just might not make it 30 days. I don't know. We'll see.
Hey,
that's the only thing, because I don't really notice really a big difference. I mean, I'm not an alcoholic. I just love my wine with dinner, and food just tastes like crap without it. So it's like
you can have communion.
Huh?
Cindy, you can have communion.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what I feel like, giving myself to the Lord.
I love it. Hey,
make me a better person.
That requires some discipline. So good for you. And you know what? You won't really see. I mean, honestly, like you said, how long now? About a week? 6 days?
Yeah, 7 days.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you're not going to see something drastic immediately. I mean, like you say, you're not really an alcoholic. If you were like a full-blown alcoholic, I think, where you were like needing it every hour, I think in 7 days you'd probably see a withdrawal.
Right.
Which you wouldn't get right now. You'd be curled up in some room in the corner. I'm just saying. Okay? That'd be.
I'm being productive. Everything's still going normally. I'm working later though. See, that was the thing. If I don't shut myself down, I just continue to work.
Okay.
And I don't want to have to do that. My husband doesn't like it, so I gotta shut it off at 8 o'clock.
I like it. All right. Well, one for the other. Congratulations. Good for you. Either way, that takes some discipline to quit drinking. If that's your thing, then you know what? Good for you. That's a win.
Yeah,
So
we've been going to parties and going out and stuff, and still not doing it. So it's all good.
Good for you. So you're doing this for 30 days.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome.
To my birthday.
To your birthday. All right. When's your birthday?
September 1st.
All right. So we got that. September 1st. So you're doing it for 30 days. Awesome. And then September 1st, you're going to have a whole bunch. Make up for 30 days in one night. Awesome. Well, good job. So that's amazing. I love it. Anybody else? Got something cool you want to share? Something nice?
Yes.
Go
Hi.
for it. Okay.
This is Angelica. I'm not viewable, so sorry. I flew in from California last night, made it home, went to bed around 3 o'clock. I'm trying to adjust to the time. I'm used to, I guess, getting into the meeting at 11, and I saw the message at 8 o'clock, so here I am. Thanks to Dylan and Monica, who truly helped us get out over here. We're in Hilo. Thank you, Dylan. And it's just amazing to be part of you guys. It's incredible. Thank you. And we're meeting with some clients today, too.
Congratulations. That's awesome. Good. I'm going to have Dylan start calling me, wake me up starting tomorrow. Thank you. Well, welcome, Angelica. Excited and good luck on that appointment with you later on this afternoon. That's awesome. Good news.
Thank you.
Awesome. What's up, Jen Davis? How you doing, my dear? Officially get to see you face to face. Kimberly Lorbig, I'm going to say something real quick. Oh, and Mara's got her hand up real quick. Mara, but I'm going to introduce somebody real quick to it. Mara, go for it, Mara.
I just wanted to say the kids are back in school, so I get to reclaim my life and actually have a routine, and I am so excited.
I know that parents live for that day when it's time for them to go back. You're like, thank you, baby Jesus. Kids are going back. Awesome.
It's blissful.
You get a little break there in a window throughout the day where you get to have your mind back. I love it. All right. Well, that's definitely some good news to share. Kids are back in school. What's up, Jill Magnuson? What up, my dear? So I wanted to introduce real quick our new person to the team here, which she came through Blake Smith, Kimberly Lorbig. She's out in Illinois. She actually joined yesterday. We did some scripts with her yesterday. I just want to introduce Kimberly. You mind saying hi to everybody? Introduce yourself real quick.
Hello, I'm Kimberly. As Chris said, I live in the West Chicago suburbs, and I am very happy to be part of Team Freedom and start doing some stuff here. So thank you for having me.
Awesome. We're excited. Glad you're here. Glad you're joining. Awesome. Welcome. What's up, Rachel? Jennifer McClellan. Hello, my dear. Got to get the wave. All right. The wave's there. Awesome. And Kamalani. I know that's Jamie, right? Is that Jamie? Did I call her Jamie or who's? Yeah, Kamalani's Jamie, huh? Right, Dylan?
Oh, Kamalani's one of our managing brokers here in Hawaii.
Or Jamie, or I can't remember. See, I can't remember what I called her. And it's another name for sure, but it's kind of a joke, running joke at this point. So anyways, hey, Kamalani. Hello. Oh, jeez. All right. And Brandy, did you have your hand up, Brandy? Are you going to share something? Go for it. I mean, you might go here. Go for it.
Sorry, I'm special this morning. I actually published my ultimate PCS guide on Amazon, so it went live today. So
Congratulations. That's awesome. You've been working on that for a little bit?
yeah, for years.
Love it. Good job. Awesome. Well,
It's really
congratulations.
exciting.
Yeah,
Thanks.
absolutely. Can we get a copy of that, or how can we get some of that ourselves? Can we get some of that book? It's a book, yes?
Yeah, there's a digital copy, and then there's also an interactive guide that you can order. So it's just on Amazon. I don't know yet how to publish it. Like, it just went live.
Oh,
So I'll let you know once I figure it all out.
well, yeah, once you figure it out, post it in the Team Freedom Facebook page. I'd love to get a look at that. That'd be awesome. That's exciting. Good for you. Is this a passion of yours that you've enjoyed, you want to do for a while? Write a
Yeah,
book?
I mean, I like writing, so this was just the next step to do it. And I've already had it for years giving it away. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to post it because then it's content that's free out there for anyone who needs it.
I love it. Awesome. Well, congratulations. What a great accomplishment that is, my dear. And yes, super excited. When you get that, please post in the Team Freedom link. Love to get a look at that. Awesome.
Thanks.
Oh, it's Jasmine. That's what I called her. I called her Jasmine. All right. Jasmine. Okay, awesome. Well, anybody else before we move on to our awesome speaker of the day? This guy's a whiz. I just want to preface with this real quick, everybody. I mean, Dylan, you probably get this. I get a lot of times. You get these phone calls, these text messages, these asking us how to do this, if I could count in my hand how many times somebody asked me even how to turn their KV core on, it's kind of like mind blowing. And I'm one of the people, actually. I'm one of them. So yeah, the tech part of it that we're all struggling with. This is a thing. It's not like we can pretend like it's not a thing. It's not like of the thing that everybody knows really good at. Eric, God bless his heart, is really good at this, and we're grateful to have him part of our team because he's like graciously wanting to build some things here for himself personally, but now integrating it with Team Freedom. So you got to look at this as a huge value proposition, everybody. Huge. Because now you guys have your in-house tech guy that's going to offer some help for you guys. And I really want to help. So Eric started a thing. We're doing Tech Friday, but he's going to talk a little bit about what we're doing. You can probably see some things on Facebook that he's created. He's going to share all that today. And he's also going to share kind of what the inside of look of what he's going to be doing on the Team Freedom Tech Friday. So without further ado, Eric, my friend, it is yours. Take the stage.
Chris, thank you. Hey, everybody. Good to see you all. So let me see. I'm going to share my screen here. I have a PowerPoint presentation that I want to show. And hopefully this works. My internet's been a little funky the last few days out here. And if it doesn't, I'll just step through it.
We see your face. I see your face on the, like a circle.
Let me try one more time here. So share. Great. It's not working. We're going to kick off the tech talk with technology issues, but that's fine. Let's just so yeah, like Chris said, I see just so much traffic out there with people kind of struggling with technology and how do I do this? How do I do that? How do I position all these different things you're hearing them or organize them or understand them? So I just feel like this is a great opportunity just to kind of build consensus, kind of focus in on, the issues that I see and that we all collectively see, and to gain focus and prioritize what needs to be handled, and just start walking through it through these Fridays. I initially set it up as a half an hour, but I think it's going to be more like an hour, so we can have questions and answers and that kind of stuff. But I think, and I hope it'll be, it'd be helpful. I've been doing this for a long time. A little background about myself. I was in technology for just about 30 years, and I was in, several verticals that gave me insight into, all the different layers of technology. I worked as a systems engineer, software developer. I worked in web development. I worked in verticals like I worked for a lender. I worked in architectural design for they had a $2 billion program, and I worked in financial services. And so this has given me kind of insight into all the different, functions of technology and kind of how you apply it. And, my job over the last probably 10 to 12 years of my career was really more of a project manager and doing business process analysis and kind of all the boring stuff you need to do to build a foundation to be able to leverage all this cool stuff. So that's how I see kind of entering into this discussion. Kind of taking, I think everyone's focus, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, is probably marketing, lead gen, geo-targeting. Do I door knock? How do I make YouTube videos? And that's good focus, and that's what's going to bring you business. But you really need to put, a good part of your effort into how are you going to receive that business and how are you going to nurture that business. And I see that as kind of a shortcoming, not only in real estate, but in any business. People always want to get after the new technology, because that's where they see the money coming from. You see this funnel coming into you, and you want to grab that. And you got to think to yourself though, what if that was successful? What if this lead gen campaign you just subscribed to for $2,000 a month, God forbid it's successful, because you're probably not going to be able to nurture it. And that's what I'm going to help with. So the first step, you have to bring mindset to this, right? You have to relax. You have to concentrate. You have to kind of focus, and you have to do what it takes to provide that focus, which is going to be a concept of business process analysis. And you're probably not expecting to hear this on this talk. You're probably wanting to hear about ChatGPT, but stick with me on this. You have to really take a look at this. Business process analysis is basically just taking your business and almost building a roadmap with your business, so you have perspective into your business. And just as an example, in real estate, it's going to be, look at your CRM. Look how a CRM is organized, and that is really going to lead you to your business process analysis, right? So in real estate, your your inventory in real estate is your contacts. It's your sphere, right? And that's what a CRM does. You pull your sphere into your CRM, and then you organize your sphere, and you organize your leads, or whatever you want to call it. And you organize them. Are they buyers? Are they sellers? Are they a hot buyer? Are they a hot seller? Like that's going to gauge kind of how you're going to communicate with those people. And then you start to look at them where they are in the sales funnel. Are they under contract? Are they just searching for properties? Are they actively searching for properties? That kind of stuff is what's going to, allow you to just organize your business. And then you can start going out the, additional layers and start looking at, marketing strategies, content marketing, YouTube, all that kind of stuff. Kind of more of the fun stuff, or maybe the frustrating stuff, depending on where you are with it. But hopefully we'll turn that into something that you're able to do once you provide focus on it. But the key is once you do your business process analysis and you start to look at all the different components to your business, you really want to then hone in on, what do you need to improve to get the most to move the needle, basically, is what I, last few years, whenever I'm working with CEOs, they always want to move the needle. That's what you're looking to do, right? You're looking to earn money, and what's going to get you to that fastest, right? And I think the place to start is going to be your CRM. You need to organize that. You really need to just dig into it, and I'll walk you through that over these tech talks. We do 20 minutes on that, 20 minutes on something fun. But I'm telling you, that's where your focus really needs to be to succeed here. And just kind of to bring some color to that. And I'm sure you're all aware, online leads. If you want to put any effort into online leads, the conversion time frame is typically 6 to 24 months. The conversion rate, I know the National Association of Real Estate says it's like 0.4%. There's people out there that say 3%. It just comes down to how good you are at that initial communication, and how good you are at kind of attracting your sellers and buyers. The average response time from a lead when it comes in is going to be 90 minutes. So you need to have a way to reach out to those people quickly to get them kind of under your umbrella. On average, it takes 8 touches to get to convert a lead, right? So how are you going to do that? It's going to be your CRM. And go ahead, Dylan.
Dylan's got a question. Go for it, Dylan.
I just want to illustrate with case study and real numbers, right? Like the importance of the CRM and being completely obsessed with putting every piece of contact information you have in a CRM and then utilizing it. So I've been at this now for like 8 years full time. We have 45,000 people in our database. We're on track to do 600 transactions this year. So I know about 400 of those are coming out of the database, right? So it's like a 1% conversion rate, but the only way you get to have, so the way to think about it is every 100 people you have inside of your database, you can count on 1 transaction at the end of the year if you're nurturing them and touching them and doing all the right things. But in order to get to 40,000, you got to start with 40, right? And you got to start with 100 and then 4,000 and just build it up over time. And so no matter where you're at, you got to get started. It seems overwhelming, but you got to get started as soon as possible and put every single piece of contact information that you get a hold of into a CRM and actually work it.
Yeah, thank you. And guys, Dylan is such an amazing case study for that. He's really not doing anything complicated. He just has focus in these different areas, and he has discipline to follow through on the different areas of focus. And it works. It just works. Another component to that is having faith in that process, right? And you're at home by yourself, you get all these different things coming through you, you get distracted. If you have that focus and you have that organization, you would be able to come right back to that. And then I hope that's what this Friday Tech Talk is going to do. It's going to help you kind of maintain that focus and stay on track to building from those 40 to those 40,000. And so once you get this all organized and up and running, you're going to be able to see kind of what your contact base is doing. You're going to see when they're looking at properties. You can set things up in KV Core, which I think we're all EXP people here. And so you all have KV Core. You can set things up that'll tell you when one of your buyers that you met in the grocery store all of a sudden started searching properties, and it's been 6 months. Boom, you need to call that person, see what's up, because you're not the only realtor they're dealing with probably. So you can do that with KV Core. You can set up this automation. You can set up drip campaigns, and I'll tell you that's been a huge portion of Dylan's success is drip campaigns with video, and we'll show you how to do all that. All right, so I went through all that. Are there any questions? I hope this is helping. I'm going to get on to kind of more of the fun stuff and maybe give you a little window into an awesome tip that I'll give you right now that's going to excite you for our Friday show, where I'm going to really go into it. So Chris, go ahead.
No, I just want to say, I think the average, if we think about people in real estate, right? Typically, a realtor goes and joins a brokerage, whatever it's ABC brokerage. They usually are given a website. It's a standard basic website that comes with your Coldwell Banker, Remax, C21, Sotheby's Christie's, doesn't matter. That's their value prop. They throw in a website for you to use. And the truth is, most realtors do not even use the website. They don't even never touch it. They spend 6 months in the real estate business and never even open the tab. The reality is because most realtors were told to do one thing. We're so focused on lead generation. That's our focus, right? You're told to go get leads, go get a buyer, go get a seller. We don't talk about what happens when we get 5 or 6 or 10 of them, and then like 8 or 9 of them are not ready to go right now. And one is, we let the 8 or 9 go and they fall between the cracks and we don't do anything on the follow-up. The gold is in the follow-up. The CRM, and Dylan's proof of this. He's a testament. The gold is in the follow-up. If you do the systems behind it, then it actually ends up turning into a process where we don't do it. I'm number one, raise my hand. I probably never have looked at a website that I've done in any one of my real estate brokers, including my own company back in the day, that I was paying for everybody else. True story. My point in saying it is that everybody on this call, I think we really need to utilize the opportunity is, one, we have KV Core, which is ironically, I think, a Ferrari. Am I wrong, Eric and Dylan? I mean, it's a Ferrari of websites. It really is. It's very,
yeah. I don't know if it's a Ferrari, but it's a pretty good car.
it's definitely better than a Honda. Let's go there. But it's definitely robust. My point saying that is that you actually have gold at your fingertips that really utilize your business. And if you're really trying to enhance and grow your business this year, going into next year and the year after and the year after, you got to get something started here. And I say unfortunately, fortunately, there's a blessing of technology that's been introduced to our business that we didn't have 20 years ago. 20 years ago, we didn't have all this technology. We were doing things very rudimentary and very basic. And we still got processes and business done, though, at a very high level. Now, fast forward, future paced out, we have all this tech that actually makes our job so much easier, but we just really kind of shy away from it because we don't understand it. And that's even me raising my hand. So I think this is a great, Eric. I really, truly appreciate the value you're bringing here because, one, I think nobody really understands what's really going on for the most part, and I'm speaking for myself. But if we can get this really focused and pigeonholed and identified into an easier, digestible process with this tech that we have, I think this is a win-win for everybody. Like, this is where you guys need to plug in for your business. And it's going to be starting at probably square one to get this figured out to get to like level 10. That's my thoughts on that. Thank you, Eric.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. And, just understand that it's really not about the technology. Actually, the technology is pretty simple. But you need to have that organization and that process and that understanding and perspective into your business. And then once you get that, once you have that and you have kind of a linear path, which I'll help you, build, then you can start looking at one thing at a time and put focus into that. Don't look at anything else for now. And like you said, like the website, we had a survey that I did and I had great, participation in this Team Freedom group, which is awesome. And what I saw in that was that 75% of you acknowledge that you have a CRM in place, which seems like a really low number when 100% you actually do have a CRM. The average comfort level, though, is about 2.5 out of 5. And then I took each of you that responded and I went out and looked at your KV Core website. 75% of you have the default website configured. And it's probably because you couldn't figure it out. But I'm going to tell you it's super easy. And I can get you to a pretty cool website with just KV Core functionality over the course of 45 minutes. And we'll do that on one of the shows. So go ahead, Brandy.
Sorry. So my thing is, and I think this is true of most of us realtors, I have the KV Core set up. I get the leads. I get frozen on the touches, right? Because it feels, I'm not an aggressive person as far as that's concerned. Like, I'm not sending 10 to 15 emails. Like, I feel like it's harassment. I don't cold call. I know I'm a different person. But like, for me, it overwhelms me with the content to put into that. And the generic sounds so like bleh, that I get overwhelmed with that. So are you going to help with that? Is that something that you're able to help us kind of figure out?
Definitely. So that's what I've been trying to, like, kind of on the side. I've been building a program just for that. So it shines light on the areas that you should put focus in and forget about everything else at first, right? And that's one of them. So the website is number one. Like, you can get a website that really is something that you can say follows best practice. Your buyers and sellers know what they're getting into. When they look, they know where to go. And then after that, you can start looking at the drip campaigns. And if you turn on the templated drip campaigns, they're definitely vanilla, but they're in the right direction, right? If the only thing you did was turn on the vanilla, buyer drip campaign out of KV Core, and you went in and you copied it and you went in and edited it at, very basically, it's going to do pretty well. And you just need to have the whole thing is you need confidence in that. Set it and let it go and start watching what people do. And, your dashboard is going to tell you that. And if you're getting 0 results, tweak it and see what, start using things like, and I could show you that. That's another thing I'm going to show you with ChatGPT. You can load your buyer persona into ChatGPT, have it build a persona, understand who your buyer is, start asking it questions as to how you're going to market to that person. So just pretty cool stuff that are, out there right now that are super cheap to employ. But I mean, the short answer, Brandy, is yeah, we'll put focus on that. And again, like the website, you're closer to that than you think. Elliot Dillon, he's got 44 videos you can R&D.
Okay, I know he's doing something. He's over looking at his screen. 44 videos, Dylan.
Yeah, I mean that's another kind of method that you can employ. Just watching other people. Pick 5 people that you like what they're doing, and join their list. Join one of their campaigns. Log into their website as a buyer and start to watch what happens. And if you're comfortable with that, duplicate it. Or reach out to them and ask them. A lot of these people will let you jump in with them to their KV Core instance and show you exactly how they did it. It's crazy what, in this EXP ecosystem, what people will do.
The simple way to start is when you do a buyer consultation or a listing consultation and it takes you an hour, I guarantee in that hour, you probably covered 25 or 30 topics that you could break up into a 2 to 5 minute video. And then that is what you use as a drip campaign. And so that's our strategy, is that if you come in as a cold lead and you never respond to us, you will for years get a weekly email about buying real estate in Hawaii that is value added. It's customized, right? It's me talking to you. And so even if you buy 18 months from now, the only person who has provided you true value outside of like just, property alerts and stuff that normal people are going to put you on, or the canned stuff they're going to put you on, is me. So it's a no-brainer to convert them. It's the easiest way. You don't have to be aggressive. You don't have to cold call them. You don't have to do anything. You just got to stay in front of them and provide value.
Yeah, exactly.
Time over task. It consistently is top of mind, right, Dylan? And eventually, at some point, your video is going to pop at the right time, and it's going to be time for them to pull the trigger.
And the same exact concept applies to agent attraction. So yeah. I talked about this before, but this will be week 9 of my Rising Tide emails to agents. And so in 8 weeks, I sponsored 2 people. I have 6 more that are joining from somebody on my team who, when we did the 3-way, said, I really appreciate the emails that you're sending. So it was like a simple conversion because they're seeing me every single week. And then I just had a property manager reach out and say, hey, we don't do any sales and stuff, but we're looking for a good partner to hand over our clients to. I get your emails every week. I really appreciate it. Like, super simple stuff, but all I'm doing is repurposing the emails I'm sending to my clients and then sending it to agents in a repackaged kind of way. But passive, easy, everybody, 2,000 agents every week get that. I have a few complain, yep, but you know what? I just take them off, and then I continue to sponsor people. So whatever.
I love it. Rocking.
Yeah, I love it, man. You're just putting yourself out there and you're winning. All right, any more questions? All right, all good. So I have another question that, is Dylan talking about video and how important video is. Just to raise the hands, is everybody comfortable with video, or would you like to learn a little bit more about, kind of how to do your own videos? And specifically, like, I can show you how to cut out that first part where you're going with your camera, and then when you're done and you're turning it off, cut the front and the back off. I can show you how to do that if you don't know how to do that at a very basic level. Is everybody good with video out there? Or would that be a good class to kind of do on okay, Jen is just a hard no.
I'd love video class.
Yeah, because I could show you. So I'll one of my thoughts is to put together an app or a class where I'll show you a good app to use on your phone, so you can 100% do this off your phone, and just kind of what to do, and then how to post it to YouTube. That's all you really ever need to do. Do an unlisted video on YouTube. You can use those in your email. You can use those anywhere. They're going to work. Very simple. All right, cool. So that's what I have for now, as far as kind of setting up the class, kind of letting you know what we're looking at. My mantra in my corporate days was always process before technology. So we're going to put focus on that And unless everyone tells me you got 100% got your shit together and we don't need to do that, then I won't. We'll do other things. But if that's not the case, I'm going to kind of try to lead you down the path of business process analysis and really organizing your business so you know where to focus. So that said, I had a cool nobody does.
No.
That said, I have a cool little thing I wanted to show you as kind of a teaser for Friday, where I just want to show. I know everybody's wondering about ChatGPT, and it's just blowing up. And I have a few things I can show you that I think could really move the needle for you in your marketing and in your transactions, and just kind of dealing with buyers, sellers. But I want to show you a cool one, and I hope I can share my screen. We're going to try this again. Did that work?
Oh, there we go. I see.
Awesome.
There we go.
Okay, so just setting this up really quick, so you know what I have. So if you go in to try to do this today, you may or may not be able to do it because there are some prerequisites to this. I highly recommend using ChatGPT-4 if you're going to jump into this. It's I put a blog post that I posted on the Facebook page for this tech talk. Kind of goes through what you gain by going with ChatGPT-4. But at any rate, ChatGPT-4 is $20 a month, and it gives you the ability to use plugins and use all these different services that are being written for ChatGPT. And one of the cool ones is, like you see my screen right here, I have a thing called AI PRM. I'm kind of testing it now. It gives you pre-built prompts. So they're all set up. Prompting ChatGPT is the ticket, and it's really not that complicated. You may think it is from the way people are marketing it, but really it's just telling ChatGPT what you're trying to do, right? So you can either do it from a role. You can say, I'm a seller, I want to sell my house, I'm getting ready to retire, like that kind of stuff. You set it up, and then you can start asking it questions, and ChatGPT-4 does a way better job of that. But the big one is plugins, right? So if you'll see when you're in chat, if you see in here, I have 3 that are enabled. You can only enable 3. I have one that allows ChatGPT to search the web, search a link that you give it, right? So let's say you see some amazing article, but you don't have time to read it. You can tell ChatGPT to summarize it. Then there's a real estate, it's called Top Hat. There's a real estate plugin that you can ask it, market questions. You can ask it, you can give it property profiles based on an address. So it can kind of pull all the stuff that you would get off of Redfin, off of Zillow, kind of the more publicly accessible stuff. Maybe not necessarily all you can pull out of the MLS, but pretty good if you're just trying to do marketing, or you're just trying to get your hands around a circumstance. And you can have this on your phone as well. Something that I absolutely love is there's PDF utilities. So you can load a PDF into ChatGPT, and you can have it. You can then start asking it questions. So the demonstration I wanted to give that I think you'll all love in real estate is loading HOA. You can load HOA docs into ChatGPT, and then you can start asking questions about that your buyer's going to ask you, right? So the way you do this is, I'm going to use this. If you have the plugins loaded, it's going to be aware of it if you know the context that you're talking about a PDF. So I'm going to say load the following PDF. Let me know that you read it, and then wait for my question. The reason I do that is if I don't, it's going to run this long summary and take forever. So all I want to do is, I'm just letting you know when I'm going to ask a question. So, and you get the way you get access to the PDF is you upload it into AI PDF, but I'm not going to show you that right now. I'll show you on Friday. But if you try this, it's pretty easy if you want to try it on your own. So here we go. I'm loading the PDF. So it's going to sit there and think. And eventually it's going to tell me it's using the AI PDF plugin. So it's kind of running through it. It's ingesting all that information. And then there you go. It's still doing what I told it not to do. So there's some shortcomings here. So let's say you want to know the clubhouse hours. I'm just looking at the PDF over here on the right, so I'm kind of seeding the questions. So isn't that cool? Like, how many times have you had a bunch of questions where your buyer doesn't want to read the HOA docs and you have to sit there and leaf through this monster PDF and try to figure it out?
Wow.
You got it. It's so super easy. So that's just one of many things. So think how you can. I would not recommend necessarily throwing a contract into this because it's the data privacy is kind of questionable. So I wouldn't throw a buyer's contract in there and try to do this, but any sort of documents, anything that's not, really super private, do it. And just imagine what you can do with this. Go ahead, Jen.
So ChatGPT is one of many, I guess,
Yeah.
and more to come, right?
Right.
Does ChatGPT blow everybody else away, or are they all similar, or what?
Yeah.
And
they're
why?
similar. I mean, they're using similar language models, right, that have developed, kind of in parallel. But like everything else, if I'm going to focus on one, it's going to be ChatGPT. Probably has the most development up against it right now, and it's cheap. And why not use it? I've messed around with Bard, which is the Google, version of ChatGPT, and it's pretty good. But I definitely have hit limitations with Bard that I don't have in ChatGPT. But I'm sure that's going to be erased. But I would ChatGPT is good. It's what a lot of people are using, and it's going to get the job done. I'd be surprised. I think you're going to be more effective by focusing on that and not, maybe have your peripheral on the different ones, and maybe you'll see one of them starting to beat ChatGPT, and then start looking at that. But I wouldn't worry too much about it, just from a focus perspective right now.
Okay, and you can ask it to. I haven't done this yet, but to change tone or to respond in like, hey, respond like Tony Robbins would respond, or
exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, you can change. So there's a number of ways you can do that. You can change style or tone. So you can say, like, let's say you're trying to generate a newsletter or whatever, and it kicks out this thing that just does not sound like you and sounds crazy. Say thank you. Can you rewrite in a more casual style? And then boom, it'll give you a totally different one. Or you can say write like Winston Churchill would have written it or whatever, and it'll do that. It's crazy. Go ahead, Brandy.
So I have a quick question, because mine does not look anything like yours, and I have the paid one too. So is there like a class I can take on figuring how to set it up so that I have those plugins and stuff?
So so if you just search, so all it is Chrome plugins, right? I don't know if you've ever loaded up a plugin for Chrome. That's all it is. AIPRM is it's basically just a community of people building out, super effective prompting, and you can just leverage those, right? So so like, I'm going to share my screen. AIPRM was one I would definitely recommend. So if I go into a new chat, that's what you're seeing, right?
No, I don't even see it. Mine looks totally different than
No, you won't see that because I have the plugin loaded, and that's the difference.
Oh, yeah. Mine's just the plain top says chat. Well, yeah.
So so the plugin adds this to my screen, and it adds the output to my screen, and then AIPRM is one you kind of have to pay for. I mean, you can mess around with it, but if you really want to use it, like everything else, you're going to have to pay for it. But you can do it for $9 a month with no contract, and you can just cancel if it's not working for you. But it does some cool things, like one of the issues you're going to have with creating content with AI is that Google and all these different things that analyze your content is going to 100% know that it's AI generated. But you can use other tools to filter your content to remove that. and it doesn't look like it's AI generated for now. I mean, I think it's all going to kind of get to a point where it doesn't matter, but yeah. So ultimately, AI PRM will help you with that, and it's just helps you with so many different things. So I definitely recommend it. But I would recommend just doing what you're doing for now, and just getting used to it and getting your head around prompting and understanding how it works. You know, and then and then you can get into kind of the crazy stuff. That's always my theme. Just start walking before you run.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
I think Mara's got her hand up.
Go ahead, Mara.
Thank you. Speaking of walking before you run, I was trying to cut and paste stuff from my chat GPT, and when I cut and paste it, there is a color to the background, and I can't get rid of that even if I try to reformat it in like a Google Doc or something. Any suggestions?
Yeah, I can. So it's going to take your so whatever you have your theme set up as, so go with the light theme, because then you're not going to have that background issue. And then another way, I mean, there's a couple ways you can do that. Like I use, if something's totally formatted and weird, if you're using Windows, open up your notepad and paste it into that, and then copy and paste it out, because that'll strip all the formatting. Or you can drop it into a Google Doc, and there's one of the, on the menu bar, there's like a T with a cross through it, and you would highlight everything and you hit that and it rips out all the formatting, and it just plain text at that point, and then you can take it from there.
Thank you.
All right.
Boom. Drop the microphone on that one, Eric.
Boom. What else? What else you got?
Yeah, what else you got? Something tougher. Come on, give me some hard balls. I love it.
I'm gonna tell you though, do not ask me how to fix your laptop or your printer. I don't like that.
That's the Geek Squad. You gotta take that to freaking Best Buy. Not your
But I will if you're nice.
Yeah.
Anything else? It's all good. Yeah, so I'll hopefully I'll kind of, you know, as I'm walking through what I see as kind of the path based on my experience to getting to where you want to go. I'm definitely open to building consensus, and that's why I've made that Facebook page, and I'll post stuff in there to kind of get you thinking. And there's no dumb question. Just put it in there and let's figure this out. Let's get to a point where we're, you know, not all, you know, all over the place in our heads. It's just let's calm the chaos, organize, and get focused.
Is that can you share with us those pages, by the way, the Facebook pages people might be aware of? I know.
Yeah, I'll drop it into the chat window.
Yeah. So get into those groups, you guys. No, those tech talks will be on a regular Google, just like this, Mara. So in a Google Classroom, the links are on the Team Freedom page again, the Google Classroom, where you go and you find the Dialogue by Design, the scripts class, the Tuesday team meetings, the Thursday EXP Explain. Friday is a tech talk with the Google thing on as well. And that will be the same format.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me get this link into there. And you can go on Facebook and search Team Freedom Tech Talk Community. I seriously don't know how to get a link to this.
Eric will cover that next Friday.
Go search on Facebook for Team Freedom. And it's a protected group, so you know, I'll have to approve you to get in. It's trying to protect us from, you know, vendors or, you know, anybody trying to get at you any other way than to help.
You sent something on it right, didn't you, Eric? Oh, there we go. Into right there. Boom. This one right.
Oh, actually, it's right here. Got it.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
I can put it in here too.
Copy the URL.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Well, let's put it. That's the link, you guys. The Team Freedom Tech Talk. Go in there and click on that. Jump in there and let Eric. It's approve you in there, and then that way you guys have access to this. Again, another page to talk tech.
Yeah, and think of it as, you know, applying tech to your business too, because I think that's really my strength. I know all this stuff. I know how to do all this different stuff, but if you really want to move the needle, it's how we're going to apply this and what to focus on to really move the needle in your business. You know, what's going to generate that income. That's where I really want to help.
I love it. Awesome. You guys have any more questions for Eric? Got about 15 minutes.
You're welcome, Courtney.
Are you going to be talking anything on like funnels and stuff like that too, Eric, in some way? I mean, obviously a lot of people see things like
everything. Yeah. So, I mean, that's why I kind of just initially wanted to focus on, let's look at the CRM. Let's get that built up.
Right.
And then you can start to receive those kind of things. Like you can build, you know, a click funnel. For a click funnel, you want to funnel it, and the end of that funnel is your CRM, right? So you need to have the end of that funnel not going out into the ocean. You want to be capturing that information. You know, the analogy I use, and I was actually talking to Jill, my lovely wife, about so what's the best way to do this? Because she always tells me, don't be boring. This is tech. You know, for God's sake, don't bore these people. They're realtors. They want to hear cool stuff, right? So we had so the analogy is gold mining, right? Like you can walk down a river and look and see if maybe you might find a gold nugget, maybe not. But the successful gold miners, they put millions of dollars up front into equipment, into systems to pan the gold, to, you know, to processing the gold, all that. And the cool thing with technology is, in a gold mining scenario, you're not going to be able to do what these big guys do, like on Gold Rush on that show. But in technology, if you put focus on your CRM and your systems, you're not too far away from, you know, these 7-8 figure realtor teams, because they're not doing anything different. They're just applying more focus, and they're putting more money into it. But I mean, you can get there. You can get so close to them just by getting focused, figuring out where you need to hire somebody to help you kind of bridge that gap. You're going to get there. It's just, and that's what it takes. And that's why I'm just kind of pushing that right now. But yeah, like stuff like funnels, you know, setting up a YouTube channel, content marketing, you know, all that stuff, Facebook ad campaigns, Google PPC, your Google business page, all this stuff you need to focus on, all relies on CRM, but we will definitely jump into that. And you're closer than you think to your CRM being good to go. Is there another question? Did I see a hand raised?
I just put that Google link. They're asking which one. It's in the Team Freedom page too, by the way. So the Google link for the Tech Fridays is in there. But I just posted that as well on the chat. And that links for Friday, same thing, 8 a.m., 11 a.m., and 2 p.m. So it's all the meetings are exactly the same.
And like I said, I think I'm going to push that out to you an hour, because I see it kind of going that route, and no reason to cut everyone off to 30 minutes. Amy, go ahead.
Sorry, I got on late because my Wi-Fi wasn't working. Did you say what you use for video editing? I'm having a hard time. I'm looking for something. I just started shooting videos, and I'm looking for something I could kind of download the videos on my phone, but then work on a PC.
Yeah. So what I use on my phone, and people use different things. I happen to use an app called Focus, Focus Live.
Okay.
And what I use on I use Adobe Premiere on my PC, and I feel like Focus is pretty close to that.
Okay.
Focus kind of brings in the fundamental video editing and audio and all that, but it also has an element of like social media where you can throw icons and emojis and little GIFs on top of your stuff, and sound effects and all that right from your phone. Okay. But I'm sure other people have other, you know, apps that they use. That's just one that I happen to use.
I was using CapCut on my phone, and they have the PC version, but it's not the same. It doesn't like transfer over.
Yeah, I would have to see that specifically. Sometimes the file format's different, or the encoding, whatever. You'll come up against that, and you may have to convert it. But that would be
thanks. I'll check those out.
What's that?
Thank you. I'll check those out.
Yeah, check it out. Focus is great. I have no problem bringing a Focus project and dropping it into my computer and then editing in Adobe Premiere.
And is that on Android?
I don't know. I think it is.
Okay.
I'm definitely an iPhone person. But the thing is, all these video apps, they kind of use the same libraries and the same methodology. So I don't think it's, you know, you can pick and choose. They're all going to do the same thing. As long as you can have layers like text layers, video, audio layers, and you can cut them up and rejoin them and have transitions and that kind of stuff, those basics. It all works.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Anita.
I just wanted to ask, so this coming Friday, what is the theme of the class?
I'm going to do what I just demonstrated with ChatGPT with the PDF, and I'm just going to dig in a little more. I'll show you a few things. There's going to be ChatGPT with PDF, that concept. And then I'll show you using the real estate plugin and then the web plugin, so you can read links and summarize, and then just kind of some concepts that you can leverage. And then I think I might touch too, I'm not sure on how resistant people are to paying for ChatGPT, $20 a month, but there are ways to do it for free with 3.5, and it's pretty good. So I'll show you something that you can do to kind of, if you want to use the free version.
Great, thank you.
Okay.
Hey, Eric, so that Focus app you just talked about on your phone, you could edit your videos on your phone with that Focus?
Yeah. So you take video, like say you do a selfie video, talk it out, save it, and then you go into Focus, you open a project, you pull that video in, and then you, like I said, you can cut off the front and the back, or if you stutter halfway through, whatever, you can cut that out and join it. I mean, I can do basically everything I do on my PC
on your phone
with that.
Okay.
But it burns your phone. So if you think you're going to do that and you'd be out in the field, make sure you're charging your phone because it takes that battery down quick.
Okay. But you can edit multiple small videos together, combine and make one big video and edit.
Yeah, and then you can layer videos on top.
Okay.
Like you can pull B-reel, you can layer it, or you can cut it in. You can do anything you can do on a computer. It's just on your phone.
All right. Just go to the App Store on the iPhone. Focus.
Go to the App Store, yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right.
And I think I'll do in the Facebook group. I'll set up a post and just kind of get everyone to comment on the video app they use if they're super comfortable with one, so we can kind of build consensus there.
Okay. Awesome. Well, cool.
And my opinion is, don't edit your videos. That's what stops you guys from doing them. Is you spend 25 hours editing one video and then it never gets posted. So go hire somebody on Fiverr. There's nothing more valuable than if you can shoot 10 videos and pay a couple $100 to get them edited, and you can reuse them for years to come. The ROI is ridiculous. And so don't get caught up on becoming a video editing expert, because it's freaking hard. So,
or don't be a perfectionist either. Like nobody cares if you pause or whatever, just post it. If the content's there, nobody cares about the production quality of it. Just post it.
Yep. 100%. Good thought, Dylan. I love that. Yep. Just do it and find other leverage, because then you waste your time with things that you don't need to waste your time on. So awesome. We got 5 minutes here. Anybody else got something for the last 5 minutes for Eric, or anybody else that you want to throw in? And look forward to Tech Friday. Eric, this is awesome. I appreciate your time, energy, and effort in this, because this is, again, a huge piece I think that everybody needs to have add to their business to help figure out how to elevate themselves, and even in the real estate world, anywhere. So that's awesome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on, and everyone definitely join that Facebook group and just post whatever. I want to build. That's going to help me build the sessions that we have on Fridays. I want everybody to be engaged and interested in this, and let's all move forward.
Awesome. So everybody got in the chat box, right? They got all the stuff. They got the link for the Friday Tech Talk in there. They got the link for the Facebook page. It's all there. Again, Friday, 8 a.m., 11 a.m., and 2 p.m. All the same across the board for every class we do all week long. So, okay. Awesome, guys. Have a great rest of your week. And Thursday, again, EXP Explain, 8, 11, and 2. It's there. Like clockwork. I'll see everybody soon.
See you tomorrow, Chris.
No, I'll see you there tomorrow. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
All right, see you guys. Thank you.
Love you guys, man. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.